Uh, just a quick disclaimer before the video starts. There's some strong language and graphic material, but still don't harass people, I guess. It's bad.
Hi, cuties. Guess what I just watched?
How about no? I really don't care.
So, if you're not familiar, Cuties,
No, I am familiar, and you seem a little too familiar.
and she made this film that has sparked some controversy.
You think?
Maybe not so much the film itself,
No, I think it is the film, mainly because the film is softcore child porn.
but a poster that Netflix made to promote it. As you can see, it's a bunch of 11-year-old girls
Therein lies the problem.
dancing provocatively. Now, people said that this was Netflix sexualizing children. Other people have said that the film itself is sexualizing children.
Both somewhat correct, but mainly very correct.
And that's basically akin to child pornography. And that it's, the pedophile left normalizing pedophilia as a legitimate sexual orientation.
Pretty much, yeah.
And other people are more just kind of more, I think, in my opinion, sanely saying it's exploitative. It's exploiting children.
And they're pretty much right.
Even if you're making a movie that's about the exploitation of children, you could do it in a way that does not exploit children when you made it.
Yeah, that's what they could have done. They didn't have to have a bunch of 11-year-old girls dancing very, very sexually in very skimpy outfits in front of a camera. They didn't have to be that way, but they decided to make it that way.
Now, it's a solid film.
No.
It's a good movie.
Again, no.
Um, Definitely better than most movies.
Did you watch the same movie I watched? Because it's definitely not better than most movies.
But right off the bat, just first impressions regarding the controversy. This film does try to make you sexually aroused.
Uh, Gross.
And I'll say it's not bad at it.
It seems they wouldn't have to try hard considering you're a pedophile.
It's not a total failure in that regard, at least for me.
Of course, it wouldn't be hard to arouse youth children. You're a pedophile.
Your mileage may vary.
For non-pedophiles, there's going to be no mileage at all.
As far it's basically, and I'll put some shots, and I'll probably include footage throughout the whole review. But yeah, as far as like sexy music videos go, um, it's not bad.
It's not bad for a sexy music video if you're a pedophile.
Um,
The way he breathed and smacked his lips made me so uncomfortable. Yeah, you don't really have much to say about it.
are we live? Is this live? Oh, trigger warning.
How about you shut the fuck up, because that wasn't funny at all.
She's trying to titillate simply for the purpose of titillation. If
That doesn't make it right. Just because she's trying to make you angry doesn't mean she should.
she were, she probably would just cast adults.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Because the camera forces you to ogle these 11-year-old girls. And so let's put the morality of that aside.
Why would it put morality aside? Morality is important, especially with this movie, because it needs morals.
And just take her art at face value.
That's like killing someone, calling it art that expresses why killing people is bad. It just doesn't work.
It's kind of like The Last of Us too. It's a great game.
You had some footing in an argument of sorts, but saying The Last of Us 2 is a great game took away all of your credibility.
And it's real. It's very realistic. I don't know if you've ever heard of the app TikTok. There's some pretty interesting stuff on there that I've checked out, and I recommend you check it out.
This literally confirms that he is a pedophile, and he's recommending stuff to other pedophiles. It's like when the YouTube comments would recommend videos of children in sexual poses. It's just like that. All those people were pedos, he's a pedo, and people who check out TikTok for the kids are pedos.
Girls of all ages are dancing like, and guys are dancing like this. Dances have become more explicitly sexual.
Then it's time we change the dances themselves. Just because something is popular or a lot of people do it or it's part of the culture, then that means we should change the culture. It doesn't mean it's okay to do.
But then, I listen to everybody saying these things, and I think we just sound the same as like old fogies did in the 50s and 60s.
That's literally what every single pedophile says about children being sexualized in the media. Oh, you sound just like the old boomers when, the sexual revolution was happening. Oh, you're just as anti-women and anti-feminist as them. When in reality, we're just really concerned for the children's safety and the sake of their minds.
How do we? Children are horny. Little girls are horny, and there are characters who ignore her sexuality, like her father. There's a scene where she tries to strip for her father.
It wasn't even her dad, it was her cousin. That's how you know he didn't watch the movie. He just watched it for the little girls.
It's just a great metaphor for the way that kids want to be sexual and are all about it.
I'm not even gonna put the yell in there again. He's just gross. I've done it twice. You get the point. He's gross. It's a gross video.
And then the like real nitty gritty of sex, the scary parts, are like way, way too overwhelming and terrifying. And
It's kind of the way that it should be because children shouldn't be sexualized or know about sex unless they're talking to their parents or they're learning about it in a class. It should come from a teacher or their parents, not a movie, not TV, not society, because it gives them this warped image and it makes it worse for them. Little children should not be exposed to sex at younger and younger ages. It's ruining our society, but no one cares.
it's like a playing with fire thing.
That's the thing about playing with fire. You shouldn't do it. Just like you shouldn't sexualize children. Just because children have thoughts like that doesn't mean they need to be expressed or thrown into people's faces or even put out there. Private conversations with their parents, not the entire world.
And they're pretty hot in your head. And one, that these are kids, and the other, that they're hot. And I don't even know if you're supposed to be comfortable with that. It's more like you're just supposed to be informed that you are capable of that.
Only people like you are capable of that. I, myself, am, not too old, and I wasn't aroused a single time watching this movie. You wanna know why? Because I'm not a pedophile like him. He is a pedophile. That's why he was aroused. His brain was stimulated by the children. That's what a pedophile is.
Should parents allow their children to be in films like this?
No.
I don't know. I kept thinking about if I had a daughter, whether I would let her be in this movie.
If this man answers anything, then no, then he shouldn't be allowed to have children. Quick answer to that one. There you go.
And either way, your daughter's going to hate you, right? Later, she's going to hate you.
If I had a daughter who wanted to be in a movie like this, I would tell her no up front. But if she resented for me, I would very much explain to her that it's not great. For one, because you're not going to be able to get any other normal job other than a porn actress. Um, it's not going to be great for you when you go out in public. It it's just not good for you at all because why would I want her to be sexualized? It's terrible. And then she would finally realize that I have her back and I'm looking out for her. It's not to be mean, it's because I actually care about her.
So she'll hate you for squandering her career by not letting her be in this really good movie. It's well written and really well acted.
The B plot in this movie is okay, I guess, but not much else is great. What, am I ruining her acting career as a porn actress? Yeah, probably.
It's really a scathing critique of Islam.
They could have critiqued the religion Islam and how they treat women without having to sexualize little girls. It's that easy.
For about the first half, and the role that women are forced to play in Muslim families and societies. Because we already sexualize children. When we tell a child that they're cute, we are telling them that they're attractive.
It really depends on what context you use it in. A cat and dog. I don't want to have sex with a cat or a dog. Little kids can be cute, but it doesn't mean they're sexually attractive. Now, if there's someone your age that you called cute, then yeah, you probably are attracted to them. But when we call kids cute, it's because we think of something innocent, not sexually attractive.
And attractiveness is only one thing. It's sex. Attractiveness leads to sex.
Being attracted to someone isn't just about sex. It can be about their personality and what you like about them. Now, being attracted to someone can lead to sex because they are your relationship, that you're in a relationship with them and they are your partner, and that's okay for you two to do. But a little kid, no. Calling them cute is because they're innocent. It's the English language. It can be used in many different ways.
Um, and and it's all like connected. Like you have sex, and then a cute baby comes out, and then the cute baby grows up to become a cute adult, and then the cute adult has sex.
He just worded that really weird to put you in a trap if you were to argue with him there.
I don't think I've never seen child porn,
Agree to disagree.
but I don't, I haven't. But
I was joking about the agree to disagree part, but him saying I haven't, it's really starting. I'm thinking, he probably actually has.
I think that it's probably not cute.
You think?
I think there's some good stuff in the movie about.
He knows there's some good stuff because he's watched it many, many, many times.
And this is kind of obvious from the trailer, but how the grass is always greener on the other side.
In your case, the grass is definitely greener on the other side because grass doesn't grow in prison.
Now, I guess if it were young boys dancing provocatively, people would probably still be pretty upset. But maybe not as upset.
No, we'd be the same amount of upset because sexualizing children, no matter boy or girl, is bad. Do you remember that clip of the kid doing drag dance in a gay bar and people were putting money into his underwear? We were all pretty pissed about that because it's sexualizing children.
At school, she is called a slut because she posts a picture of her vagina on Instagram. Which I had this like kind of defensive reaction as I was saying this. Like whoever you are watching this, you're gonna be like, well, of course she did, but like, why? I don't. Posting a picture. I've posted pictures of my dick all over the place. Wouldn't necessarily call myself a slut.
I'd call you a slut because that seems like a pretty slutty thing to do. But in her case, it's different because she's a child and she doesn't know any better. I feel bad because she did that. If it were a real thing that actually happened, I would feel bad for her because she doesn't know any better. She's been influenced negatively by the people around her who don't care about her. It's if a real girl did that, which real girls have done that, it's terrible. I feel bad for them because they've been influenced so negatively and they think that that's okay, that's something they need to do. But yes, I would call you a slut because you take pictures of your and put them online.
It's just interesting that like we're more okay with a 11-year-old girl doing drugs or stealing or hurting somebody than we are with her taking a picture of her vagina and post.
No, we were all pretty mad about that too. Most of the people that I've seen review it had a problem with her being a straight up psychopath who's tried to kill somebody, steals, and I don't remember if she does drugs or not, but it's still pretty bad.
So if I had one criticism about this movie, it would be that it should have been a documentary. I think you can find girls who are dancing like this.
He doesn't just think there are girls out there dancing like this. He knows.
If you're probably more conservative and you go through life thinking, no, girls are not sexual. Girls are cute, and then when they turn 18, then they become sexy or whatever. I don't know how whatever bullshit you tell yourself.
That's not what conservative thinks. conservatives think that women shouldn't be sexual because it's not good. It doesn't benefit anyone, especially little girls shouldn't be sexual. It's more about women being conservative because if people won't like them for their body, they'll like them for who they are. And honestly, it's a lot better than just being sexual and everything being about sex and hookup culture.
It's a good movie.
Nah.